The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Apparently, the New York Jets are infatuated with Penn State tight end Tyler Warren. Would that be the right pick for the Jets? We'll talk about the latest. It's the Jake Asman Show on a Saturday. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed to win another offseason, baby. We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, here on a Saturday. Click the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you haven't purchased your draft ticket, come on now, people. We'll be at Clinton Hall in New York City the night of the first round on April 24th. Party starts at 7. It will go until the end of the first round. We know the Jets are at number 7. When you purchase your ticket, it includes a free drink. It also includes an entry into the raffle we're doing that night that's going to feature a bunch of great prizes like a signed Sauce jersey, Klecko jersey, Mangold jersey, Jermaine Johnson jersey. It's going to be a blast at Clinton Hall. So reserve your spot. Space is limited. We're selling general admission tickets for $30 and come out and join us. If you haven't got your ticket yet, click the link in the description and reserve your spot today. Let's talk about the latest with the Jets. And then, by the way, for those of you who have been following Asmaniac Madness, welcome to the round of 32, folks. Today, Charles Gorman, the 1 seed, will take on the number 9 seed, Johnny Boy. That's coming up in just a bit. But as far as the Jets, look, anything this guy says, you sometimes have to take with a grain of salt. But Tony Pauline, in his latest notes column, he wrote that the New York Jets are apparently infatuated with Penn State tight end Tyler Warren to the point that they are trying to set up multiple meetings with him. Now, we know the Jets could set up a meeting with Warren as far as meeting with him at his pro day. We know the Jets could set up a meeting with Warren by having him take a top 30 visit at their facility. And my understanding is they went out there and they met with him one-on-one at the NFL Scouting Combine as well. So we know the Jets are doing their work on Warren. I don't think this should be a surprise, though. It's a glaring need, right? They let Tyler Conklin officially walk in free agency. He's signing with the Chargers. We learned that yesterday. So is anyone surprised that the Jets are seemingly interested in a guy who is a dynamic playmaker and is an elite blocker? I mean, think about this. Tyler Warren this past year at Penn State had 104 receptions for 1,233 yards, 8 touchdowns, 6.6 yak yards. I mean, this guy is a do-it-all weapon. Watch his highlight tape. And he's become a better player, too. He cleaned up his drop problem he had in 2023. His drop rate in 2023 was 15%. You know what it was this past year? 2.8. He became an elite contested catcher at 61.9%. He forced 30 missed tackles after the catch this year. The guy is a big-time playmaker. You can't deny that when you watch the film. I mean, big, versatile weapon. I mean, this guy is legit. 6'6", just sheer mass. The Jets should definitely be interested. They need weapons. I understand the argument for offensive linemen. I really do. But it's not like the Jets are dire at that position right now. You know what the Jets need? They need guys who can go out there and help Justin Fields over the middle of the field. So I'm in, man. I didn't want Bowers a year ago because I felt like the left tackle situation was dire and the Jets needed to get that solidified. And I have no regrets with that. But a year later, you look at where the Jets are currently with their lack of weapons. You look at where they are with just where they are going forward and just where the league is going with the dynamic nature of the tight end spot. If there was an automatic, like, can't miss receiver there, like if this is last year, Malik Neighbors is there at 7, take him. Ted McMillan is not that level of prospect. Matthew Golden is not that level of prospect. So if it's about the best player at a position of need, Tyler Warren's a guy who can help you as a receiver, and he can help you as a blocker. Daniel Jeremiah said it's like having an extra offensive lineman out on the field. And also, this guy would be a beast in short yardage. He could be your wildcat quarterback. He could be your tush-push QB sneak quarterback. Type in Tyler Warren on Twitter and go through the top tweets and just look at some of the film on him. Some of the plays that the draft junkies have accentuated, that they've highlighted. I mean, this guy had a game where he snapped the ball and caught the touchdown on the same play. He's just a weapon. So I'm in. They want to take Warren, fine. The Jets need to just get this right. This is like a tone-setting pick at number 7. You're trying to set the tone with this selection. And he's made of the right stuff, too, when you hear him talk. I went to his press conference at the Combine this year. I mean, watch the highlight tape from the Big Ten championship game of him blocking guys on Oregon, opening up stuff in the running lane. I mean, this guy is a legit all-around player that the New York Jets need, quite frankly. They don't have enough players like this. And the Jets haven't had a player at tight end since who? Right? And I get it. It's a really good tight end class, but have you seen the Jets tight end depth chart? Jeremy Ruckert, Stone Smart, Zach Kuntz, and Neil Johnson, who, if you told me was a fake player, I'd believe you. Neil Johnson, technically on the Jets right now. So, I'm in. I think he's a good fit. I understand the argument for the offensive line. I do, but, I mean, I think they could find a right tackle on day 2 or on day 3. It's not like they need a left tackle. They've invested at left tackle in the first round. They've invested a high second-round pick at center. They've invested a first-round pick at right guard. This team needs weapons right now. The longer we go without weapons, the more the idea of looking at number 44 on the screen there in a Jet uniform excites me. His favorite player was John Riggins because his dad said, hey, watch that guy play football. That's who you should emulate. That style. And we know the Lions last year used 2 tight ends, the third most in the NFL. So if we're going to assume Tanner Engstrand's going to take some aspects of what they did in Detroit with Ben Johnson and apply that with the Jets, if we assume that that is going to be how the Jets are going to try and incorporate some aspects of what they did in Detroit to what their offense will be now here in New York, tell me how Tyler Warren wouldn't make a lot of sense. Seriously. This guy is an animal in the blocking game. He's an animal as a receiver. I think it makes sense. Once again, if there was a can't-miss wide receiver there, I would prefer the receiver because I think it's more of a premium position. But I'm not going to underdraft a guy. Or overdraft a guy would be the term I'm looking for. Just because he plays a quote-unquote more premium position. Like, if a guy's great, he's great. And here's a great clip that I think just accentuates Warren here as a blocker. All right? Here's Tyler Warren blocking a man 15 yards downfield to the back of the end zone. All right, and if you watch this on film over and over again, you see plays like this. Watch 44. Boom. Just keeps going. Like, that's a guy you want on your team. That's a tone center. There's so many plays like that if you watch the guy's film. So, look, if they took Mason Graham, I get it. If they went out there and they took Ted McMillan, I get it. If they took Armin Membu, I get it. But I'm sorry, the New York Jets need a playmaker. And quite frankly, I don't know if they're going to be able to find a playmaker as good as Warren in that spot in the second round. And I understand it's a deep tight end class, but like we can't just look at Warren like he's a tight end. He would essentially be the second receiver on the team. You know, that's how you got to view it. He would essentially be, that level of player, that level of impact he could potentially have. So I'm in. I mean, I understand they got other options, but I mean, they haven't done anything in free agency, right? Like Alan Lazard right now is, I guess, technically the number 2 wide receiver. That stinks. No one wants that. All right. When was the last time the Jets had a tight end that could make a play like this? I was looking at the film of Warren today before the show. Watch this play here that I isolated. All right. Little trick play that Penn State's running against USC last season. You don't even see 44 on your screen yet. Here it is. When was the last time the Jets had a tight end that could go up and make a play like that? Watch it again. All right. I'm no Andrew Fialco, but, I could watch a guy on film and recognize a good football player when I see it. This is not a tight end. You know who makes these plays? Rob Gronkowski makes those type of plays. And we know Warren could block like Gronk too. So I understand. Get the O-line solidified, this and that. But it's like you have a left tackle, a center, a guard, 2 of them. Like, at what point can the Jets be like every other team in the league and just find a guy that can play right tackle? And also, Justin Fields is mobile, right? That's why some of you wanted to move on from Rodgers. Oh, Rodgers, he's a statue. He's this, he's that. So Fields can't get by if the 1 weak link on the offensive line is the right tackle. You can't scheme around that. Like, he's going to be able to buy you more time with his ability to extend plays anyway. So I'm in. Now, the problem is that Tony Pauline is saying it. You have doubts, unfortunately. He doesn't have a great track record of accurate Jet reporting, but I do believe they're interested in Warren. I mean, how could you not be? It's a very unique draft class because I don't know if we have as much consensus this year as we have in other years with who the top players are. Like we all could see it's Hunter and Abdul Carter in whatever order is the top 2. And then after that, some will tell you the next best player is Tyler Warren. Some will tell you it's Mason Graham. Some will tell you it's the running back from Boise State, Genty. But it's not like last year where we knew, hey, these are the top players. The quarterbacks are really good. The receivers are studly. Bowers is going to be up there. We know the 2 top tackles are going to be there and Fashanu. This is a different year. And I feel like it'd be tough to argue with the Jets' thought process if they said, you know what, we're going to get a guy that's going to help us in the running game, and he's going to help us as a receiver. So I'm in, man. All right. This offseason has been so disappointing. I have really been just disgusted at times with some of the moves the Jets have made or lack thereof. They get us Warren on draft night. At least that'd be fun. All right. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Before we get to the round of 32 and Asmaniac Madness, I want to let everyone know that we are doing another raffle this upcoming week. I've been in touch with the 5 winners from yesterday. 3 of the items that were won yesterday have already been sent out. 2 more will be today. But next week, we're giving away a signed Darrelle Revis helmet, a signed Rex Ryan helmet, a signed Bart Scott jersey as our top 3 prizes. Our theme for the raffle, the 2010 New York Jets. Speaking of the raffle, Weeaboo is in the raffle for 1. Weeaboo is in the raffle for 2. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Weeaboo for gifting not 1, but 2 channel memberships.
Money, 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 money.
All right, couple super chats here. Johnny Boy writes in, vote Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy going to be in action coming up here momentarily against Charles Eugene M. Gorman. Weeaboo with a super chat. Other than that, Jake, I appreciate all you do. Thank you, Weeaboo. Here's your first Asmaniac super chat. I think going Warren would be the best option. He kills 2 birds with 1 stone. With tight end, can help in the O-line and then use our second pick for O-line. Yeah, or use your second pick and get your big-time defensive tackle next to Quinn in there in a deep DT class. Or get a receiver. If the Jets went offense with their first 3 picks, I'm in. All right? I'm tired. Like, I'm going to bank on the fact that Aaron Glenn still had the Lions defense playing well for a lot of last year despite all their injuries. And Steve Wilkes is a proven defensive coordinator. All right? They should be able to figure it out with the existing talent they do have on defense. Now, I understand there's some needs there, right? Safety's a need. DT is still a need. I get that. But you know what? You have Quinn Williams, Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson on the D-line. Not a bad place to start. Linebacker-wise, you got an all-pro in Quincy, and you brought back Sherwood, who's an ascending star player in this league. Secondary-wise, you have Sauce Gardner and Michael Carter. Figure it out, all right? The Jets need to fix their mother effing offense. I am tired of being dog shit at trying to score points in the NFL. It's enough. Score points, all right? I'm tired of it. So fix the defense with smart coaching. You have a defensive head coach, a stout defensive coordinator. I have no idea what this offense is right now. I know there's some talent there, but I don't know what Tanner Engstrand is, and he's probably under more pressure than any other coach on this team. So get him as much help as possible is how I look at it. If we're going to do this thing with Fields for a year, let's give Justin Fields every opportunity to do what Baker Mayfield did when he was throwing to Evans and Godwin and had a good O-line and a running game. You know, let's try and help Fields the way that the Vikings put Sam Darnold in a spot with a running game and two great receivers and a tight end. Like, that's what the Jets need to do, all right? Look, if they took Mason Graham at 7, I get it. But, like, we've seen that. Get me the weapon, all right? Let's score points. I'm tired of it. The Dominican Destroyer is in the Asmaniac raffle. For one, Dominican Destroyer, welcome aboard. NYJ writes in the Jets redemption pick for our boy Gary. Look, Bowers is a different player than Warren. But if you told me the Jets come away with Olu and Warren, I love that. I mean, the Penn State Jet fans out there are loving it, if that's what ends up happening here. So to anyone who's a Jet and Penn State fan, God bless. That is a lot of pain. Speaking of Bowers, though, I'd be remiss if I didn't obviously sit here and just take a step back, and before I get to the next part of the show, simply play this.
Did somebody say Brock Bowers?
Mr. Downtown, the Lions have Hawkinson and Laporta the last 4 years. I think during his time in Detroit, Glenn sees the value of drafting Warren. You'd think. Nick Shine with a super chat. You could find an above-average pass-catching tight end. You can find an above-average blocker, too. But in Warren, you get both. Do it. I'm in, baby. Give me the Warren, all right? The Warren Report. I'm in. Ladies and gentlemen, a holy bleep from Mimosa. I'm just saying this.
New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Are you kidding me? A 50 burger to kick us off here on a Saturday. Grab the oh shit bar.
Show me the money. Show me the money!
Chaos.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mimosa is in the Asmaniac raffle for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 50 gifted memberships, 50 raffle entries.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Mimosa wrote, here's to a good draft night. The offseason has been shit. Mimosa, you're awesome. She dropped a 50 spot yesterday. That's 100 gifted memberships in back-to-back shows. Absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear your name called, these are from Mimosa. If you want a channel membership, what you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and turn on that you want to receive a gifted membership, and the algorithm might pick you. It's that easy. So these are from Mimosa here. King Lowski, ISU, Kikuchi, NYJ Dave, Georgie, Ripple, Mr. Flowers, Jamil Hayward, Brian Farrell, Kevin Tattoos, Kyle McLeod, New Q, Bio Salsa, Vinny Farrow, Friday Jones, Dylan Bar 4, Jet Fan 051, Sean Wilson, Sean Cora, Sean Wilson again, G-Man the Prophet, Stephen Craig, Hunter Hadzicki, Allen is a douchebag, Bang Mateo, Cranky Yankee, GOA, Jeffrey R, Merklow 26, from North Jersey, Brian Gillick, J. Sams, James Kennedy, 1189 Paris, Big Loyal, Coops, Dan Hoops, Ethan Broccolo, Silv, Luis Riveras, Carlos Santos, A Rose Stream Homestead, Keem Brown, Lenny Malice, Rob Pavilion, Harris Bornstein, Card Collector, Monica Naguin, AC, Wilfredo Garcia, Juan Suarez, all receiving memberships from the Mimosa. Incredible. We got to get the Mimosa membership ready. The emoji, the Edgemo. Give it up. Incredible. Incredible.
Mimosa, you're awesome.
Oh, my goodness. We need Mimosa to call in now. We gotta put a face to the name that is single-handedly provided every Asmaniac with a membership this month. The Dominican Destroyer with a super chat, making sure my gift membership hit love 10 Jets. Dominican, I appreciate you. You're in the raffle. And since Mimosa just gave us a 50 spot, why don't I announce the 4th place prize? Our theme is 2010 Jets. Prize number 4 this week is a signed helmet by Santonio Holmes. Tone time. So we have a Holmes helmet, a Bart Scott jersey, a Rex Ryan helmet, and a Darrelle Revis helmet. All these are signed, and that will be raffled away next week in our weekly raffle. Raffle number 20 that we have done since December 1st. Cry me a turn poker with a super chat. This is 5 raffle entries with this. Everyone seems to say Quincy could be traded. What other vets could be traded, and would they worry about pissing off Quinnen by trading his brother? That seems ignored. Well, here's the thing. If Quincy got traded, he'd get a new deal from whichever team acquired him. So I think Quinnen would understand it's a business at the end of the day. I don't even know if the Jets are going to trade Quincy. I could very easily just see the Jets going out there and just having Quincy play out the last year of his deal. W. Bell, is Quincy a vet? Absolutely, he's a vet. You don't think Quincy Williams would be considered a vet? He's 29 years old. He's been in the league since when? 2019? He's a vet. He's going into his 7th season. That's a vet in the NFL. Devin is in our raffle for 5 DNY for life. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Devin for making it rain membership.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
Joe Marino, Zach Holmes, Dino, 2 a.m. Burrito, Mark Hyman, all receiving channel memberships. All right. I think it's time for us to get to the round of 32 in Asmaniac Madness, and then let's certainly get to your calls. I'm curious how people are feeling about this report. The Jets, according to Tony Pauline, are trying to set up multiple meetings with Tyler Warren. They are, quote, infatuated with him. StreamYard is still giving me issues loading images. I am beyond livid. Everything I've heard points to the Jets being infatuated with Tyler Warren to the point that they're trying to set up multiple meetings with the tight end. There you have it. Are we buying it? I am. I think it makes too much sense. All right, on that note, let's set the stage for Asmaniac Madness. Yesterday on the show, we completed the opening round of 64 in every region. Congrats to B-Man on the win. Dominating performance on the final show yesterday in the round of 64. Here's where we stand now in the overall bracket. We're on to the round of 32. And since we go in order, we go top left, then to the bottom, then to the top right, then to the bottom. So Chicken Soup region's up first, followed by the Hood region. Inside the Chicken region, we start with the number 1 overall seed, Charles Eugene M. Gorman, taking on the number 9 seed, Johnny Boy. The rules are the same as the round of 64. Your vote determines who advances to the next round in our tournament. Who's headed to the Sweet 16? That's the question. Right now, it is up for you, the Asmaniacs, to decide. Is the 1 seed Gorman dancing on, or will Johnny Boy, the 9 seed, pull off an upset? And you know what? Before we open up polling, let me play this. We got breaking news. Holy crap.
Breaking news.
Lady accuses Charles Gorman of sexual assault at her strip club. His farts stink.
He tried to put his thumb up my bum, and when I told him no, he honked my boobies. I felt so violated.
Do you want to support a candidate that treats women like this?
Don't be a fart. Vote for Johnny Boy.
Wow, strong stuff there, right as Gorman's about to compete. Ladies and gentlemen, hit it, Jim Nance.
It's time for Asmaniac Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top Asmaniac for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. Let's get to it.
Vote, vote, vote. Poll is open. Vote, vote, vote. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to your calls, let's give a shout out to our king. King Loski's dropping a 5 spot for the people. Kevin McMahon, RCK, Drummer 3R, Brian J, Jesus, Jerry Vaca, all receiving memberships there from our guy, King Lowski. Smash that King Lowski emoji and show your appreciation. All right. Super chat here from D's Nuts. Jake, today is my son's 21st birthday. Happy birthday to thee, Mike D's Nuts, son who turns 21 today. That's awesome. His first legal drink today, Mike. You'll never forget it. Papa Jet in the house with a super chat. Does a bear bleep in the woods? Only when Brigga tells him to. The fact that people are paying $10 to make this comment in honor of Dave Brigga just speaks volumes about the run Brigga's on. Johnny Boy in the house, a man of the people. Vote for Johnny Boy. All right, let's get to your call, shall we? First up on the Gusbuster hotline today is the Hamburger. What's up, Hamburger?
Yo, what's up, man? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, Hamburger.
I'm rare working on a Saturday for once. Probably the first time in a year. So I'm in
You look
my
good.
office
You look like
today.
you're having a good time, and you look like you're kind of in like a garage.
Yeah, I'm in my. It's a trailer actually.
Really?
So I'm in my back office. It's just a trailer over by the GW Bridge. So I'm just waiting for the guys to come off the bridge, and then I can wrap up and get the hell out of here and enjoy the rest of my weekend. What I got left.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you what, by the way, I don't know who you're voting for in Asmaniac Madness, Hamburger, but I'm just looking at the initial voting here, and it's 51-49. Wow. Johnny Boy leading Gorman. Could we have the biggest upset of the tournament?
That would be a huge upset. I gotta admit. I don't know. I have to sit and ponder my decision on who I'm gonna vote for. I do like Charles. I like them both, but I don't know. It's a tough decision for me. So. Interesting fact. I was cruising around on the internet the other night, and something came up. I have my opportunity to face Gary in my my Asmaniac. So, the carnivore diet. Just a real quick. It's actually starting to prove really, really that it is very beneficial. Which I never doubted that the carnivore diet wasn't beneficial. They didn't mention butter, but it is without a doubt. I think it's curing a lot of things that people have some issues with. So, maybe Gary's onto a little something with that carnivore diet. I won't smack him around too much for it, but the butter I don't agree with that much. But still, the carnivore diet seems to be like there's some studies that are in favor of Gary. So kudos to Gary. I am not afraid to call up and say that he might be right on something.
Well, I'm excited for that matchup in the butter region there. You see it on the screen. Can't wait.
That should be it. That should be interesting. So, but listen, I think the tight end would be a great pickup in addition to the team. I'm not that excited of the offseason that we've had so far. It really doesn't do much for me. It's just like putting lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for the season a little bit at this point now. I'm excited to meet everybody at the draft party. That should be fun.
Yes, can't wait to have you there.
Be a good time. Yeah, I'm pumped, and I'll have hopefully if everything goes right, I'll have Miss Hamburger with me. So she'll come out and hang out, and we'll have a good time. I'm excited. I've never been to a draft party, so it should be fun.
They're calling it the greatest Asmaniac draft party ever.
Is it the first one?
It is the first one. Yes.
It will be. It will be the greatest ever. That's for sure.
Yep. There's nothing to compare it to. It's going to be so great.
Exactly. I'm excited to meet a lot of people. A lot of the callers, a lot of people really entertain me while I watch this show on days that I can tune in and watch it. So I like to meet a lot of people in person. It should be fun. So I'm excited for that, and I'm also excited for another couple of days and we get our baseball season off the way.
That's right.
I'm pumped for that, man. That's going to be good.
You going to opening day?
Yeah, I'm going to opening day. You going to any of the Met Yankee games?
I'm sure I'll be at some of them. I will be at Yankee Stadium for opening day on Thursday for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys, that screws up our traffic here on the bridge. We're not allowed to have a lane. Whenever there's a Yankee game during the day, we can't put out a lane because the traffic gets too messed up. So, yeah.
A great question for Barbarossa. Do you believe in achievement? When you go up against Gary, you definitely got to mention that you believe in achievement and he doesn't.
Yeah, who doesn't believe in achievement? Achievement is like you strive to achieve things in life. Without achievement, you just nothing.
I know.
Achievements are everything.
Well said. Well said.
So, hey, listen, you guys have a great Saturday. look forward to watching the rest of your show. I'll wait for everybody to come down. But enjoy, everybody.
Hamburger, great call to start us off. Let's keep it rolling right now. Let's say hello to a guy who I would say is respected by everyone who tunes into the show every day. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to a guy who will give us an up-close and personal perspective on life and the Jets.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake.
David, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Before a few things before I get off, I would like to say something about my next opponent, Purple Belt Mike. But first of all, longtime Penn State fan, and I'm on the Tyler Warren train. And you had mentioned the John Riggins thing, and what immediately clicked in my mind was, oh my God, the Jets drafted him. He was a free spirit. After a year or two with the Jets, he actually retired, I believe. And then, then he goes to the Redskins, and the rest is history. So that's part of our Jet luck, And I seen that you I think you might have posted, or somebody posted, famous Jameis signed to the Giants.
He did. He signed with the New York Giants.
Yeah, and I'm happy for him. My first choice definitely was Fields, but I think they're both now in a position, especially Fields, maybe with better coaching, he'll be a better quarterback. Now, Jameis, I think down in Tampa, I think actually Monken was the offensive coordinator. So, but maybe a different change in coaching for our friend of the show, Jameis, might make him that much a better quarterback.
Yeah, you got to hope, right? I mean, let's just hope Justin Fields could go out there, get good coaching, and the Jets could have a real plan to build an offense that suits what he does well.
But this is the way I look at it, Jake. With Fields, now that they signed Jameis, I'm still for the Giants. I would be at this point, and unless he improves, a 4 or 5 win season. But with Fields, I'm right at this point. I'm thinking maybe 5 to 7. But anyway, that's where we're at. But Purple Belt Mike. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm pleasantly intimidated by him. I was on the Discord a little bit, and I seen he posted stuff about his family with the karate or whatever. I'm not sure, the martial art thing. And he's a really good guy. He's a steady caller, and his takes are really good. I think he's one of your best callers. And what else do I have to say? He if I go down, I mean, I'm very much pleasantly intimidated, and I could see myself going down big time.
Intimidated.
Well, I mean, he's one of the, it seems like the older, the people that have been around a lot longer than me in the tournament are rising to the top, which I think should be. But yeah, I'm intimidated because I don't really have to put too much up against him,
I'll tell you what, David, you just keep being you, and I think you're going to be A-okay.
Yeah.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
So looking at where David T's at, I mean, look, Purple Belt Mike is a great competitor. And I'll be seeing Mike tonight at our Asmaniac Knicks meetup. But David T's got to go out there and just be David T. That's all you can do. Speaking of which, Mike wrote in the chat, can't wait for the meetup. Yes, and for those of you who aren't going to the game tonight but want to hang out with us, if you're in the New York City area, Bourbon and Branch, right outside the Garden. We'll be there at 6:15. So if you want to stop by and meet some Asmaniacs, that's where we'll be. The Turtle wrote in, a lot of people are saying Mason Graham will fall to 7. He could. I don't know if that means the Jets would take him, though. They might. They might say, hey, he's proven, best player, let's not mess around, but I don't know about that. Bino writes in, one person with passion is better than 1,000 people merely interested. That is the essence of the Brigham movement. The Brigham movement is taking over. Yotan says, the madness may be a true Asmaniac. Love the show. Had to go with Johnny. The ass wipe is too much for me. You know, I was wondering, would the ass wipe by Gorman cost him to at least one Asmaniac voting? It has. I thought it would enhance Gorman's candidacy. But you got to give you got to give Johnny Boy a lot of credit. At one point, he was up 51-49 over the 1 seed. Right now, it's still anyone's game. It's 56-44. Gorman's leading, but it's not as dominant as you thought. So, it's you know what they say around here. It ain't over until Charles Gorman wipes his ass. And it certainly ain't over right now.
Charles, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just wiping my ass right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Johnny Boy says, how do you vote for a Patriots fan? Roll the clip. Johnny Boy, you can't buy your clip to be played again. Not for $2. $50. Now, you got a deal. Sean Sharp writes in, Purple Belt Mike got his belt from Pootie Tang. I don't know what to make of that one. All right, more of your calls right now. Let's say hello to Rob, the Jet fan, who's on the line. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Jake. How's it going, buddy?
How's Kyle
just
house?
Called in. I mean, nice.
Oh, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle, for the
house.
keys.
Never mind. He was just in your house.
Yeah, it's a nice
or
place.
You were just you're in his house, and Kyle was just there, and I guess he stepped outside.
I legally entered, I promise.
You look good,
But
Rob.
anyway, I called. Thanks, buddy. I called in. That guy, Ryan Sampson, got me so pissed. I mean, oh, boy, was I mad. I love that you gave it to him, Jake. I don't know where you found that clown, but
he's been on the show a bunch.
He wants to be optimistic, Jake, but come on, just set it up. We're shopping at the dollar store. The corner that we got, Shepard, sucks. All right, the other guy, Isaac, what's the other guy that we got? Cedric, looks promising. He had one bad year, but possibility we could coach him up. But the majority of these guys are probably not going to even make the team, Jake. They got like 3 defensive tackles who are not worth a dime. So we're sitting here with more holes than ever, okay? We're sitting here, and then everyone says, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to go into the draft, and we're going to get the players. How many holes are you going to fill? You need a defensive tackle. You need a right tackle. You need tight ends. You need wide receivers. You need probably another safety. I mean, we got a dozen holes on this team. And you know what? June Jet. A lot of love to June Jet. Not Jet. What the hell am I talking about? June the GM. Pardon me. I mean, his takes were fantastic. And that guy sees what's going on. And he's right. He's right, because what I see is crap so far. Crap on top of crap. I'm smelling 4 wins. I'm not smelling top 6. And then Ryan is saying, well, you could be, excited for that. If we're 6 and competitive, weren't we just there, Jake? Weren't we at 7 and competitive?
Yeah, I push back on that. I'm not I want 9 wins or more. Otherwise, I'm not satisfied. Like, I'm tired of it, man. Like, 6 wins, but they're competitive. They show fight. They've led the NFL in blown fourth quarter leads. They showed fight this past year. They very rarely got blown out. They just sucked in close games because they were the worst coached team I've ever seen.
Exactly. Give us 9. You know what? Even 8. I'll even say 8. If they gave us 8 or 9 wins, I would say, you know what? He is a good coach. This looks like it's really good. Something that we're moving in the right direction. To give us 5 or 6 and be competitive. We're there already. We're there already. And you know what, Jake? We have more holes than ever right now. Now we just lost Conklin, too. Why? Why wouldn't you sign Conklin? He probably cost about $7-8 million. I doubt he cost a lot of money. And then you go out there, and if they got now, I'm beating the drum for Tyler Warren. Imagine Conklin and Tyler Warren, and then because this guy's going to be running like every play, and they're going to stack the box. They're going to put 8 on the box. Teams are going to get hip to it. You think teams are going to? We fell for that now because they ran for 9 out of 10 times.
I think Conklin got even less than 7. I don't even think he got that much money. I think it was I think it was a 1-year deal for $3 million. I'm saying.
So why wouldn't you get him? And then you know what, Jake? I'm calling out V-Man now. V-Man, stop, buddy. I like you a lot, but you got to stop with the killing of Tomlin. Tomlin is a great coach.
You're calling out V-Man?
Yeah, because he's saying about Tomlin. He keeps putting Tomlin down. He's on the hot seat, all this crap and stuff. There's a guy who won a Super Bowl. Come on. Or even Ryan saying it too. If this guy was available, how fast would we take Tomlin, Jake? How fast would you take him?
It'd be immediate. Now, Rob, I have some interesting news for you here. I was not expecting this, but apparently the chat is not a fan of yours right now. Ladies and gentlemen, a bounty from Jay Graves, a 50 spot. Rob,
I know, she hates me.
Thanks for the memories.
I love you, Jay Graves.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
This is what it looks like when you send someone to the hole. Jay
It's
Graves.
a great day.
Farewell to Rob the Jet Fan. God. Unbelievable. Jay Graves, we will get you in the raffle for 10, though, with that one. Look, a bounty's a bounty, man. All right, I'd bounty my mother for $50. I mean, those are the rules on the show. Jets Worldwide. Our guy Snowball says, roll the clip, vote for Johnny Boy. How can a real Jets fan favorite quarterback wide receiver tandem be a couple of Patriots? Shame on you, Charles. 5 raffle entries for the ball of snow himself. Man, I'll tell you what, Snowball. You know I'm a capel fish, as Bobby Midnight would say. So because you sent this in, and I need money to buy drinks at the Knick game later that you will be at, and I'm looking forward to, I guess I am left with no choice. I'm going to play the clip. We played Juwan at the top. We played this yesterday on the show, and we're going to play it again right now.
Shame I never got to see Wayne Corbett play. Unfortunately, my Wayne Corbett was Wes Welker, who I think was a great receiver.
He's a Patriot, though. Oof.
I know, and a Bronco, and a Dolphin, and a Charger.
Okay.
But he was great, though. I mean, he and Brady, I know it's going to piss off a lot of Jet fans, but...
Do you want to support an Asmaniac that is a self-admitted Patriots fan? Please consider casting your vote for an Asmaniac with high moral character that is definitely not a Patriots fan.
This ad was paid for by Asmaniacs for Johnny Boy.
He's on fire!
Vote, vote, vote. Johnny Boy versus Gorman. Right now, Gorman's up 57-43, but we get comebacks in this tournament, man. That's what it's all about. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in as well. Please subscribe to the channel. A quick reminder that this show is available in audio form. All you need to do is type in Jake Asman Show on both Apple Podcast or Spotify, whatever your preference is, and you'll see the show there. Available for download. If you leave a 5-star review, that helps. So support the show in podcast form if you can't watch it live on YouTube and you prefer to download it as an audio file. More calls right now. Kyle Clifton is on the line. Hey, Kyle.
What is going on, Jake? I had to change my background once I saw that Rob was on before me.
Once you realized he was in your home.
That's right. And you can also see that to echo David T's comments that because of PBM's bullying in the chat, I went and got a haircut. No more wispy gray hair.
Wow.
No,
You look good,
PBM,
Kyle.
PBM
Also, the
is,
quarter zip looks tremendous on you. I would like to add.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that. No, PBM's good people. It was good-natured ribbing. Listen, I wouldn't mind it if it were Membu at 7, but I do. I want Warren. I think that he helps us up front when we want to establish the run game. I think he's going to help us in the passing game. He really upgrades that room. But I'm not as upset as some of these other callers about the Jets slow playing free agency. This isn't a great free agent class. We had a good amount of money, not a great amount of money. If they want to fill in some money by bringing in people who fit their system and fit some holes and some depth signings, and then have some money left over for post draft or post camp cuts or what have you, I don't blame him for wanting to build the team that way, because there's so many holes that you need to fill that slow playing it might be the way to go. And from a fan perspective, it's hard for us to have patience, but that's something we might just need to do because we had to get some of this money off our books and create some holes. And there were some positions that we thought were good, and groups that we thought were good but were actually overvalued, like our defensive line group. If we would have come out of the draft with, say, Warren and maybe like Kenneth Grant in the second round or Tyleek in the second round, and we get to the third round and we're able to get a safety or another person for the cornerback room, I'm going to feel pretty good about this team if we can fill in some of these holes post draft and post camp cuts. It's just a matter of we have no reason to have faith in Muji and Glenn yet, but let's have them prove they're incompetent first. And I don't think that they're in action now.
What a statement! Let's have them prove they're incompetent.
Well, yeah, I mean, as Jet fans, we have this predilection towards to turn on the front office at the drop of a hat. And I don't know that that's necessarily
Look, I see your point, Kyle, but like Tyler Conklin for $3.5 million, we couldn't have just brought him back. Like, he's a good player, good dude, good leader. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I understand their approach. I think there could be a better balance of like, we don't need to shop in the 99-cent store for all these guys. Like,
that might just be trying to get the team on the same schedule because he's a little bit older. I get what you're saying.
He signed a one-year deal for $3.5 million. Yeah. Like, you couldn't bring him back for that? I don't get it.
Nah, maybe they don't like his game for what they're trying to do. I don't know.
What are they trying to do? Suck? Like, they said they're trying to win. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, I say the 4-win stuff, and people are like, how could you feel that way? And it's like, what have they done this offseason to make me not feel that way? You think I want them to be bad? Like, that's what's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid of this Penn State stigma. We've had some real stinkers in the first round from Penn State with Blair Thomas and
Brady. But
Brady.
changed all that, so I'm with you.
Oh, and even the second round, don't forget Hackenberg.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy Bourbon and Branch. I'm going out to have a couple of drinks and watch St. John's right now. I'll talk to you guys soon.
That game's tipping off shortly, right? I have CBS on right now.
I'm already late, but I had to get my call in, Jake.
I love it.
Talk to you soon.
Kyle, you're the man. Good luck to your Johnnies, and let's go St. John's, man. I think every New Yorker without a dog in the fight should be pulling for the Johnnies. I'll say this. Anyone see what the Post headline was today? Shane Gillis was so right when he said Italians are the last group of people who you could be openly racist to and people still laugh. Look at what the headline was for today's back page. Right? Obviously, St. John's is taking on Calipari and Louisville. Look at the headline. Fried Calipari. Like, this is what the headline was on the Post today. Which, objectively speaking, is hilarious. But, like, Italians are still the only group that can get just openly made fun of like this. You couldn't do this with, like, I'm not even going to go there. All right. FPP says, vote Johnny Boy, not Mama's Boy. Wow. Johnny Boy has got a lot of support. I don't know if it's enough to shift the vote completely, but it is a battle. 58-42, Gorman leading for those just tuning in. Vote, vote, vote. Mimosa checks in. Jake, listening to Rob is like putting you on rewind. He doesn't have an original thought to save his life. Polly want a cracker. Look, the 4%ers seemingly have teamed up against Rob from Glenhead. So I don't know what Rob from Glenhead can do to overcome that, but he's got to come up with some sort of plan. Now, I would say this. I disagree with the idea Rob doesn't have an original thought, though. I would push back on that. All right? Because last time I checked, Rob is the only one that gave us a moment like this.
He's more likable than you fucking old cunt.
Fuck yourself, you piece of
Go
shit.
fuck yourself.
Fuck you.
Well, that escalated quickly. Jesus, come on, gentlemen. End this.
Well, first of all, I'm not a trade you asshole.
Yeah, you are. You are.
You're a fucking asshole too. So
Fuck you, asshole. Watch your fucking mouth.
That's the end of that rumble. Jesus. Oh, my God. So, take that for data. Anyway. Steven checks in. Let's get Warren as Maniacs. Named Steven, big Jet fan, born and raised in San Diego. Was so embarrassed driving my fam from SD to Arizona to see that Jets debacle. My wish is one day to go to a Jets home game. Let's get you to a game this year, Steven. Let's make it happen. I love it. I'm sorry you had to witness that debacle in Arizona. That was the worst game. They were never in that game for a second. That and probably the Buffalo game in Buffalo, week 17. Sean writes in, Jake, can you smell what Aaron Glenn is cooking? Yeah, and unfortunately, this is what it smells like.
It stinks.
It's not good. Well, maybe that changed with a great draft, but right now, that's what it smells like. More calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, she made a brief appearance earlier when she sent Rob from Glenhead to the hole. Jay Graves is on the line, and she joins us now. Hello, Jay Graves.
Hello, all. How are you today, Jake?
I'm good, Jay Graves. I'm excited to hang out with some Asmaniacs tonight at the Garden.
I wanted to go to the game, but I didn't realize how expensive basketball was, and I'm not a basketball fan, so I couldn't justify spending that amount of money to go to a game that I don't really watch. But I did want to go. But I was trying to go and hang out with you guys today, before the game, but I just couldn't make it work. But also, I really don't have much to say. I came in to kind of promote you. If you haven't gotten your tickets to the draft party, what are you doing? Let's get that going.
Let's go. You get to meet Jay Graves, people, if you come to the draft party.
Hello. The Nick Shine show table is going to be lit. I'll be there with Gormani and Nick Shine as security because, I'm a big, tough, I'm a security.
That's right.
That's right. I will protect Nick Shine, who's a full foot and a half taller than me, but I am a security. But yeah, I just want to come on and say, hey, if you haven't gotten your tickets, what are you doing? Jake throws awesome events. I've been to T Squared. I've been to, I don't want to mess up the name. What's the restaurant from the Jets fan in Jersey? We went to Don
Jose's. Yep. And you came to the Long Island one too last year, right? Were you
no,
there?
I didn't.
Remember.
No. So Don Jose's was my first one.
Gotcha. Yep. Don
but then I've
Jose's
been
and then
to
T Squared.
Yeah, and then a bunch of games. So yeah, I mean, what are you doing? If you have the time off, you can afford it. What are we doing? $30 gets you in a drink. You get the raffle prizes or a chance to enter into the raffle. Come on, people.
Let's go. We're giving away.
Yeah.
I'm going to add more prizes too, Jay Graves, but these are locked in. We got a Sauce jersey giving away, a Klecko jersey, a Mangled jersey, Jermaine Johnson jersey, and I'm working on getting some tickets to give away that night. So the more people we get, the better the prizes will be for the draft party.
So this is my first paid event I've been to, and if it's anything like Circa and London, I know your paid events, they sell out quick. They are a good time. You've set records. People, get your tickets. Let's go.
You're awesome. Jay Graves, your check is in the mail.
All the love.
Thank you very much.
Love you, Jake. Have a great day. Have a great day, everybody. Good weekend. Have fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Feisty, Jay Graves. That's a great matchup, by the way. Round of 32. We got Kyle Clifton and Jay Graves going at it. That is in, let me find that. That's in the train region. So we got some time for that, but I don't know who to vote for in that one. Both are great callers, great people. That's going to be a tough one. Good thing I don't vote. I truly have not voted in a single matchup because YouTube doesn't actually let me vote when I fill out the poll. By the way, it's tightening in today's matchup. It's 56-44. Gorman's still leading, but Johnny Boy making a push here. More calls right now. But first, another reminder, if you want in on the raffle for this upcoming week, we're giving away a signed Darrell Revis helmet, signed Sexy Rexy helmet, signed Bart Scott jersey, and in honor of Mimosa dropping a 50 bomb for us during this show. Prize for Tone Time, baby. Signed Santonio Holmes jersey. Or helmet, excuse me. Friend of the show, Santonio Holmes. Great interview we did with Tone Time at the Super Bowl in Vegas last year. Actually, all 4 of these themed prizes have been on the show before. Revis, Rex, Bart, and Tone Time. By the way, if you want 10 raffle entries, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. If you sign up for the year, you'll get 10. So check that out. Before we get to more of your calls, we're presented today by Liquid IV. I won't lie to you people. I was out late last night. That's why the show started late. I needed to sleep before a big day ahead. So I hydrated today with Liquid IV in my water cup. If you've never used Liquid IV, it's basically my cure for hangovers. You take the Liquid IV pouch you see on the screen. I got mine right here. You pour it into your cup of water or your water bottle, your glass, whatever. And it's basically the equivalent of drinking 3 bottles of water all in one. Helps you stay hydrated. There's a bunch of great flavors. My favorite personally is what I have in my hand here, the lemon lime. But I love the strawberry lemonade one. I also love the popsicle flavor, which is brand new. Literally tastes like one of those July 4th popsicle treats. Strawberry lemonade's great as well. Check it out. Promo code Jake Asman. If you've never bought Liquid IV before, we'll save you 20% with your first order. Just go to the Liquid IV website and use Jake Asman at checkout. All right. Let's get to more calls, shall we? It's been a fun show so far. We got some great ones still on the line. Let's say hello to Dirty, who's next. What's up, Dirty?
What's up, man? Maybe the first time you've gotten me out of a truck. This is
I was about to say, when was the last time you called in and you were not in the truck?
It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Been trying to actually right now I'm putting up a new podcast episode. I actually had Scott Atkins on the show because we came in 9th place overall out of all the people in fantasy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's
how much money did you get? What was the prize for 9th place? Was there money for 9th?
Yeah, it's $2,700.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Congrats. You crushed it, man. You dominated our league.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We I actually started a new business as I'm actually it's there Top Dog Coverage. So we actually started a scouting business, media company. So we're actually going to start going to all the college games for scouting this year, and that's what we wanted to put one of our first interviews along with Iconical, just kind of together. So we put him on there. It's an interesting story on how that fantasy league came about. There was 3 major failures with no payouts. That's huge. You're talking that's jail time right there. So interesting story if you guys want to take a listen to that. So, but back to the Jets, man. There's so many different angles we can go to. With that number 7 pick, I don't see them trading back down unless they know that they can get another tackle and it's within a realm of 3 spots or something like that. I really do think.
What if it's a receiver? It's like, hey, we like Tet. We don't want to take him at 7, but if we get extra picks, we could justify taking him a little further back.
Personally, I think they're going to try and go after a tackle or a tight end or Warren. Only because Warren is also another tackler or another blocker, and I think they're going to need all the help that they can get, especially on that right side. And I don't think even if they do get a tackle and it's not Membo, look at Joe Alt. Joe Alt was taken by the Chargers, and he played left tackle his entire career, and what did they do? They're like, dude, you're in the big league now. Go play right tackle. We already have Slater. So I don't think that that's going to have a ton of, here or, whatever it is on either side. If you get a right tackle, you need to move him to left tackle, they're going to train him to do it, or vice versa. I just think that they're going to have to solidify that line if they're going to try to run the ball and or get another blocker like Warren, who can also catch the ball. He's an animal. You can do a lot of different trick plays with him. But there's also a lot of really good tight ends in this draft. I mean, I know that he's top tier, but If you want to get a solidified offensive tackle, you do it. And you get in there, you get your guy, and then if you need to trade back up, there's some really good sleepers too, like Trey Harris. Excellent wide receiver from Ole Miss. Just
if you
because
watch
of his
Jackson
injury.
Dart's tape, like you see Trey Harris balling.
You're not going to like my answer on that one. I've heard whispers throughout our organization. I won't drop any names, that people are missing on looking at the certain things that he did. Yeah, he got to certain games, but then you throw 3 picks within the last 5 minutes where your team needs you. And he's like, is that a guy that you want for the long haul?
I don't want him. I don't want Jackson.
I don't want him either.
I want nothing to do with him.
I think everybody, including Shedeur Sanders, including Cam Ward, needs to sit a year. Every single quarterback in this draft, Patrick. I'm not trying to say everybody should be compared to somebody big. Patrick Mahomes even sat a year. Why? Because he needed to. Okay, he was a third stringer. And then he became a first stringer. Okay, he was throwing the balls where they needed to be, and wide receivers are just not catching him. When he got to the league, they were like, you're going to sit behind Alex Smith. It was the best decision of his career. You know what I mean? That they made for him. Whoever gets drafted in this draft needs to sit a year. I don't care if they're number 1. I don't care if they're number 2. They are not well developed. I will say that out loud. I don't care how I sound. I don't care if I sound crazy. They're not it. At most, they will become an average quarterback. Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, at most. That's my opinion. Not saying it's right, but I think there's a huge, huge trench work area in this draft that can be drafted all the way down to the 4th round. I think defensive tackles, defensive ends, edge rushers, offensive tackles, and offensive guards. I think that you can get so many in here and tight ends that's what teams should be focusing on. And I think next year, the quarterbacks are going to be rolling out. These wide receivers are going to be rolling out. And that's where you pick those guys too. There's going to be a huge, huge need for these guys now if you want to set your foundation.
Yeah, dirty. I mean, if that's the strategy they deploy, I get it. I don't want the quarterback early, though. If they took someone on day 2 or day 3, it's a different conversation. Then you understand it. Good call. Good points. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if Sean, did I acknowledge your 5 memberships? If I didn't, I apologize. It kind of got buried with all the madness before, but you're in for 5. I'm seeing this now, making sure you know that you're in there. For 5, ready? I'll hit this 4 more times for you, Sean. Boom! 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 1 more. You're in for 5, Sean. Thank you very much. Cynthia in the house with a super chat here. Salute Jake and the Asmaniacs. Sounds like a band. Jake and the Asmaniacs. Love Johnny and Charles, but got to go with Charles. He's one of a kind. Go Charles. 330 votes have been cast. Charles leads Johnny 57-43, but there's still time on the clock. Dixon wrote in that Rob's shirt was too tight earlier. Morning Woody wrote in, rest in peace, George Foreman. One of my heroes back in the day when boxing was king of all sports. Ali, Foreman, Frazier, Norton, Spinks, R.I.P. Well said. I did radio in Houston, and George Foreman is from Houston, so he was a beloved figure there. I mean, he's one of the greats of all time. At age 45, he won the unified WBA, IBF, and Lionel heavyweight championship titles. Or lineal heavyweight championship titles, you say Lionel. You know what? I got a good guest on the line right now to talk boxing. Gary, your thoughts on George Foreman?
Top 5 heavyweight. I have him 5th on my list of great heavyweight champions of all time. 5. So top 5 heavyweight of all time. I got to talk to Holyfield once. I was like, Tyson, Foreman, Lewis, who hits the hardest? And he goes, Gary, nobody hits like Big George. Nobody. So that's coming straight from Holyfield's mouth. He hits harder than Tyson, hits harder than Lewis. He's the biggest puncher in the world, according to Holyfield. But Foreman was a great guy. He's a great human being. And then obviously he was, like I said, top 5 heavyweight of all time. So I got to meet his nephew. His nephew has a small boxing podcast down in Houston. Just like good family, good people. He's definitely going to be missed.
100%. Yeah, it's one of the greats ever. I mean, you would know more than me, but it's that's when boxing was truly at its greatest, when he was fighting.
And the Michael Moore fight, when he won the heavyweight title, I guess 45, I think.
Yeah, and Moore was what, 26, right?
Yeah, and everyone says it was a lucky punch. He walked him right into that shot. If you go back 2 rounds earlier, he almost lands with the same right hand, and Moore's just able to pick it off just a little bit with his glove. 2 rounds later, he walked him right into it, and that was the fight. Like, there's nothing lucky about that punch. I promise you. Foreman trained for 10 weeks to land that right hand, and he landed it. I promise you.
Who punches harder, you or Foreman?
I'm sure Foreman does, because I was a 154 pounder, and he's 240 pounds. He's Big George, and he's George Foreman.
Bino writes in, Gary, Foreman said Ernie Shaver hit harder than him.
I mean, that's what they say. Shavers also couldn't set up the shot to land it. That matters. Although Shavers is way before my time, they say he is the biggest hitter. I can't argue with that too much, but Shavers didn't have the skill set. He didn't have the jab to land the right hand like Foreman. And that's what made Tyson so incredible, was that he was guys like Foreman and Wilder have to wait for you to make a mistake. Tyson was just a killer. Tyson would go in there, you'd do everything right, and he would just destroy you, right? It's like, but one hit, Foreman probably hits harder than Tyson. Tyson hit you 3 more times before you hit the ground, though. That was great about Tyson.
Paul wants to know, who hits harder, Foreman or Beast?
Definitely Foreman hits harder than Beast right now. Foreman hits harder.
Gary, if Apollo Creed was real, would he beat Foreman in your opinion? Because apparently that's who Creed beat to get the title in Rocky.
That's a great question, because like we talk about Apollo, what was his record, Jake? He had won every fight by knockout until the Rocky fight. So Creed could hit. He could at least have enough power to stop you. So I don't know that anyone beats Creed at all. Like,
are you a big fan of the George Foreman grill?
I used to have one. I had one in college. I haven't. Yeah, it's good, right? I think so. I think it's good. I haven't used it in 20 years, but it's good.
Super chat from Ted Bundy, who says Tyson fought bums, lost when he fought champs.
There's half truth to that. Tyson was great, but he's one-dimensional. If you could make Tyson go backwards, you could beat him. Holyfield smothered him and walked him backwards. Buster Douglas was just able to do it, keeping him at the end of his jab. If you could do it, you could beat him, right? Like, you had to be able to do that. Not many can, but if you could, yeah, he becomes an ordinary fighter. But it's kind of like pitching to Bonds. Bonds had like a cold zone. You better put the ball right there, because if you miss anywhere, that thing's in the second deck. So that's kind of like what fighting Tyson was. If you keep him at the end of the punches, if you make him go backwards, if you get him off the front foot, he's ordinary. Good luck trying to accomplish that.
Were you inspired by George Foreman's full name, by the way?
His full name?
George Foreman at 3D Boxing. Is that where it comes from?
No, I told you where 3D boxing comes from.
It's boxing, but in 3D.
It's like, yeah, that's it. Can we talk about Tyler Warren now?
We can, but first let me get to a super chat from Rick, because it applies. Mickey Schuler, best tight end in Jets history, went to Penn State. Yeah, the idea the Jets can't take a player because they went to Penn State and they took Hackenberg or Johnny Lamb Jones, Penn State too. I know the Jets have had, or Blair Thomas from Penn State.
Blair Thomas was for sure. Kyle Brady.
Yeah, like, to me that's nonsense, right? That's like saying, oh, you can't take Ohio State quarterbacks. Well, then, so you wouldn't take CJ Stroud? Like, eventually you scout the player, not the helmet, is what they say in scouting. I watched Tyler Warren. I think he's a beast. If they took him, I would understand.
I'm not against the Warren pick. I don't love anyone at 7. The only guy I really like is Will Johnson, and you guys don't want to take a cornerback. Okay, fine. So then Tyler Warren is. I have no problem with the pick. I don't think it's a bad pick. All I know is last year you said you can't take a tight end in the top 10 because Kyle Pitts and all these other guys who busted at tight end. Yep. Hawkinson, whatever, he was taken, I think, top 10. All those guys that were taken early in the first round, you couldn't take a tight end top 10. Now we can take one at 7.
I think every draft is different. Like, I prefer a receiver there. I don't know if there's a receiver worth taking at 7.
I got crucified last year because I wanted to take a tight end at 10. And
yeah, but that was
too early, and Kyle Pitts.
But they needed a left tackle though. It's different. They have a left tackle. They have 4 of their 5 guys solidified. They need weapons, playmakers. Like, that's where they're at right now. A year ago was a different conversation.
If you think Warren's that guy,
and they've done nothing in free agent. If they kept Rodgers and had Devontae and Gary, I probably would say get the O lineman, safest pick, or you know what I mean. Or where they are right now, how they've operated in free agency, how Fields in particular plays. I feel like Warren makes sense because if you're going to be a smash mouth ground and pound football team, he helps you there. And he could help you again as a weapon over the middle. Like I played some of the highlights, man. That guy does everything.
He's good.
Bowers was not a great blocker. He was Kelsey, whereas Warren is more of like a Gronk style of tight end, which is to me a bigger need for what they like. The Jets didn't bring back Conklin. They have no tight end right now.
I don't want this to become a comp. Look, he's not Brock. He may be very good. He may be a very good pick. He's not Brock Bowers. No one is Brock Bowers, right? That was a once in a lifetime shot you got, and you didn't take it. Okay, that doesn't mean Warren's not going to be good. He's not going to be Brock Bowers.
He's very good, but then you have your left tackle situation solidified. That's not a good end result for the Jets.
I'm not saying it's not. You could have gotten the generational player in Bowers and still gotten Banks this year. Like, I don't understand what all of a sudden is wrong with Calvin Banks. Like, why is that not like? I would take him and just move him to right tackle.
I'm not an O-line expert. I don't know.
Can we get one of those? Because they told me Banks, who played left tackle, I think all of his years. I don't think he ever played anywhere but left. It's like AVT, and they can put him at any of the 4 positions. Can you get someone on to see if that's true? If that's true, like let's just take him.
Purple Belt Mike says Warren's better than Bowers. What are your thoughts?
I mean, okay. I mean, it's just a silly. Why did he stay for school? He's older than Bowers.
Rich writes in Weeble Deeble.
Weeble Deeble. Bowers is already the best tight end in football, and Warren's older than Bowers is. It's like, come on, guys. Like, I'm not saying Warren sucks. I'm not even saying he's a bad pick. It might be the right pick, but it's not.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Tyler Warren believes in achievement?
I don't know what that question means, really. Does he believe that anyone could achieve something? Sure. I don't know anyone who doesn't think anyone. I don't.
Hold on. Oh. Gary, you're back. Yeah, I just think Tyler Warren believes in achievement, and that to me is enough to draft him.
I can't do another moon landing debate. I don't even know what that sentence means. Do I believe that people achieve things? Yes. I don't really understand what that sentence
But you don't believe we achieved going to the moon?
I've seen no evidence to suggest people walked on the moon. If you have some,
prove your claim.
What's that? What claim is that?
That we haven't been to the moon.
I haven't said we haven't been to the moon. I said I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that we have.
I haven't seen evidence
to
suggest that we haven't.
I'd love to see it. Do you have any evidence to suggest something?
What's the evidence to suggest that we haven't been to the moon?
I'm not saying we haven't. I'm saying I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that we have. You're saying that we walked on the moon. Okay, great.
Jay Graves writes in, is Gary a flat earther?
I don't know. We've done this about 10 times, Jay Graves. You know I love you. And Jay Graves called me a little bitch.
Whoa.
In the Discord. Not in so many words, but she said, get out of your feminine energy. That's what she said to me. But the corruption of the federal government has nothing to do with the shape of the earth. Like the fact that your government lies to you that could happen on a round or a flat earth. It so happened on a round earth.
Dave Brigger writes in, we are achievers as Jet fans. Unfortunately, the team is not.
We have high hopes. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Gary, you made some salient points, but there's one point that needs to be said. You don't believe in achievement.
He thinks that Gary needs more shots upside his head. This cowboy hates when you don't believe in achievement. Well, they call him One Punch Brigger. The moon landing was free. They call him One Punch Brigger. His claim is not too dirty. Call him One Punch Brigger. Hated jokes, he's wiping sides. One Punch Brigger. Don't you know they need one? Yeah.
Dave Brigger, baby. Bino, $10 super chat. Italians face more discrimination and prejudice coming to the U.S. than is widely known. We proved over time how they could joke about us, but are enamored with everything Italian. I'll tell you what, you're not wrong, Bino. All right? But I think we all can acknowledge this is, objectively speaking, a hilarious headline. But they can only get away with this with Italians. It's amazing. It's Italian discrimination. Genergy says, see y'all soon, Asmaniac Knicks. That's right, Genergy. I will be at Bourbon and Branch right after the St. John's game wraps up, which is officially tipped off. So this show is going to wind down because I want to watch the Johnnies. Sharon checks in. Warren Warriors, vote Johnny Boy, even though he doesn't want us. Iconicalware says, if Tyler Warren's your guy, go get him. You can go get a great OT and still get a good tight end in round 2. You can get Warren in round 2. Ursery, in my opinion. Yeah, I've heard him connected to the Jets in some mocks we've done. Bino, people in the know say it was supposed to be the Brigger Grill but Briga turned it down. R.I.P. George. R.I.P. to the George Foreman. Sean says, where are my Warren Warriors at? Well, they were Warren Whispers, but now I think we're all on the Warren train.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
So they're going to take an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. Mike D's Nuts is here, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, I am dropping my nuts for the people. Now, out of context, would that statement make any sense? Absolutely not. But does everyone out there who watches the show know what I mean? Of course. 5 memberships have just been gifted by the Mike D's Nuts. Unfortunately, I can't see who got them. YouTube is not showing me them. But someone got them. And you thank Mike if you got a membership. All right, more of your calls. Papa Jet is next. Hey, Papa Jet.
Hey, Jake, how you doing?
What's up, Papa Jet? Did your sack exchange item I sent arrive?
Yeah, it's a nameplate.
Yep.
Yep, I got it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course.
My kids got me a signed sack exchange helmet for my 50th a few years ago. So it'll look good on there. It'll go. So
love it.
Thanks again. Jake, have you ever thought about doing like a greatest hits of the Asmaniac Rumbles? Like putting a string of them together?
Yeah, we have actually. We have a couple of like the best ones just like isolated with those matchups, but not like a continuous like best of from all of them.
Yeah, like I think you got enough to at least fill like 15, 20 minutes, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
I think in the last 3 weeks you got that. You accomplished that.
Brig has been in a lot of them, man. Him and Gary.
Yeah. Gary would probably be the lead singer. I think he would, and Brig would probably be the lead guitarist or whatever. But you know, if you need a good pick me up, you know, I think after watching that, I think it would do the trick. But as far as the draft goes, I'm a firm believer of building inside out. But with this year, I mean, you're right. The cupboard's kind of bare with our receivers. So I wouldn't have a problem if we took Warren. But usually I'm a trench guy usually, you know, for first rounder. But if they drafted Warren, I wouldn't be upset.
He's a player. And he does a lot.
And Jake, one more question. When people gift memberships, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm in the Discord and the Patreon. That's the same thing, right?
It's separate. It's a separate thing. Memberships is just exclusive to YouTube. Patreon is a separate thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, and before I go, is Gary still on or no?
He is not.
Okay.
He doesn't believe in achievement.
I know that, but I just had a quick question for him, but I'll catch him another time. But that's all I got, Jake.
Papa Jet, beard looks great. Great call. Ladies and gentlemen, more calls before we wrap. Reminder to get your merch from the merch store. You want the hat I'm wearing? An Asmaniac shirt? JakeAsman.com. If you're a Patreon member like Papa Jet is, you get 20% off every item, including the new AGAT items we added last month. Folks, it's that time of the day again. It's time to sit back, and it is time to welcome one of the greats in our show. His internet has been fixed, and he's ready to deliver greatness right now.
Burger University, get your brand new t-shirts coming very soon to a store near you. And remember, vote for Dave Burger for president come 2028. I'll be a spokesman.
Beast, your turnaround on Briga has been incredible. I mean, this is a guy that you didn't like, and now you love Briga.
He does strike fear in today's society, but he's got some part of my temper, which is it's a part of it's a kind of a European thing, but it's called we have to show this generation today that us, the old generation, We could still go. It's just this young generation hasn't learned yet. And our boys, I'm going to say this one time. Y'all better start doing this right now. First of all, I'm going to do one of these. Smell it? What do I smell? In the words of Jake, maybe a 4-win season if he says it right.
I hope not, Beast. I hope.
That's one thing I don't want to smell. And I want to smell some fresh green grass. And if we can get the right money, and I've said this on several occasions, we've lost so much goddamn talent because of stupidity. What the hell are we doing? I know what the hell we're doing. We're rebuilding, and I don't know why we're rebuilding. We've lost all this talent. Conklin, gone. Let's see. You know who else I'd love to see gone? Greg Zerline. Can the Patriots just take him off of us? Maybe 10%, maybe. We'll give him a good 10% deal. It's just here. I'm like, here, we'll give you 10% of him, and we'll also add one of these for them. We'll give them one of these. A check.
I love it.
We'll give them a check.
Hey, Beast.
They write the amount. They can pay for it.
Beast, what's up with your shirt? What did you stain on it?
Nah, it's just they're making a mess this morning, just cleaning up a few things there and
Little
there.
gabagool?
Yeah. Hey, everybody's got to have the gabagool. Gabagool is the greatest thing to have on this earth besides salami, pepperoni, mozzarella, provolone, and pecorino. I loved all that stuff. But to Gary, how about you do this? Opening day, when baseball starts, you put your pizza on the line. I'm putting mine on the line. We're gonna have a shootout. If you got the balls, you make your sauce, I make my sauce, I get my cheeses, you get your cheeses. If you got balls, and if you could suck it up on 4th and 15, you get your pizza ready. I'm coming for you. And in the words of the big fella, I'm coming for that ass, boy.
More of your calls right now. No way. Can you give us like a boxing tutorial on the show?
So the jab, that's a 1. Right cross.
You think you take Beastbreaker?
I'm pretty sure I could beat Beastbreaker in a fight.
What gives you the confidence?
The physical appearance of Beastbreaker and having been in countless fights.
What do you mean the physical appearance?
He can't get out of bed.
That's not true. He definitely can get out of bed. He's up. Yeah.
That's training 101. Welcome to my class, Gary.
Hey, he did get out of bed. Good for you.
Get up, sunshine! Ah! I think it's called fear, son. I think it's called fear.
Yeah. Sit down before you have a heart attack, Beast.
That's scary enough to knock my out. Oh, look, you little fuck. I got something for you. Come on down. Who's next? Come on. Who wants a little?
He looks to be in great physical condition.
Yeah, baby.
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. The enemy confronts you, he's the enemy. Just bring it all you got. You're all just a bunch of little babies with no guts.
I mean, I learned a lot there, Gary.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Jake.
Beastbreaker, baby. One of the greats. Speaking of the greats, Big Fella says, Beast, give us a gabagool. Beast, give us a gabagool.
Hey, who's got the gabagool? Who's got the gabagool? Come on, where's the gabagool? Come on. Hey, big fella, what kind of gabagool do you want? Do you want hot gabagool or do you want sweet gabagool? Make up your mind, kid. Everybody's got to pick them. You got your hot, you got your sweet. Which one do you want, kid? You got to pick.
Beastbreaker. What a moment in time. What a moment in time. All right, we're winding down here. Make sure you get your votes in. First round of 32 game for us here in Asmaniac Madness. And how fitting. Round of 32 for us. The same day the round of 32 actually starts in the NCAA March Madness tournament. Tomorrow on the show, it's likely going to be after I'm done with radio from 1 to 5. So probably around like 6. I'll do an hour show tomorrow. We got JJ versus the big fella in the 5-4. That's a great one. More calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say hi to Snowball. Hey, Snowball.
It personally kills me how Beastbreaker destroys the Italian language. but that's okay.
I think he's making some salient points.
I think he makes salient points all the time, but he just destroys the Italian language. Me being an educator, I wish I could teach him how to pronounce these words. It's not.
Beast, you're on with
gabagool.
Professor Snowball. What would you like to teach him, Snowball?
Beast, repeat after me. Capicolo. Capicolo. Say it. He doesn't get it.
Beast, you there?
I don't know. I think we've confused him.
Beast?
Perplexed.
Beast?
Can we break it down?
Beast?
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's with us.
It's all right. It's all right.
Are you
What
excited
kind
for
of-
the Nick game tonight, Snowball?
Yes, I'm excited for the Nick game. I'll
Did you
be
figure
there.
out your ticket that you
Bourbon
sent
and
me an email?
Branch? Yeah. I deleted the email. I had to recover it. So
Ah.
whatever. It's anyway. Excited to see everyone tonight. I'll be on the train with Purple Belt Mike. We're traveling together.
Love
him
it.
and his wife. I'll have my son with me. What kind of a co-host would I be if I did not endorse Johnny Boy? I know a lot of you have multiple YouTube accounts, so I'm not saying you should use all of your YouTube accounts, but use all of your YouTube accounts and make a last push for Johnny Boy. He would really appreciate it.
At one point, he was up 51-49. Like that was impressive.
Yeah, I mean, and well deserved. And I'm looking at the stats right now. What are we? 58-42. So
Yep, with
there's still a chance.
412 votes that have been cast so far during the show.
Still a chance. There is still definitely a chance. Regarding the Jets, if we don't take Warren, I don't know what we're doing. So Warren is the ultimate weapon that we need. You know, we haven't had a tight end since God knows how long, man. It's been forever since we've had a tight end. So Warren's a pick, and that's it. You got to just vote for Johnny Boy, draft Warren, and teach Beast how to speak Italian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Snowball, who I will be seeing tonight at Madison Square Garden for the Asmaniac Knicks meetup. He's in action tomorrow. The number 5 seed against the big fella. JJ is next. Hello, JJ.
Man, the big fella called yesterday, right? And he had a lot to say. He was talking about my latest ad and how it makes no sense. It has nothing to do with the show. And he said that if he has to hear he's back one more time, he's going to lose his mind. He's going to put me into retirement. Big fella, try. We'll see what happens tomorrow. All right. You was talking real spicy yesterday. And I've been trying to be humble, but you guys know me. I'm not a very humble person. I don't understand why anybody would vote for the big fella over me. I'm gonna just talk because when has the big fella ever gave us a memorable moment? Put the most memorable moment that the big fella gave you guys in the chat right now. Can somebody remind me of something the big fella did that you guys were like, oh my God, that was a great call, big fella. All he does is agree with Jake.
And Jake true. He wants Jackson Dart. I don't want Jackson Dart.
Okay, well, there you go. Finally, I call him the big fella, the sassy assassin, the bedroom bandit.
Bedroom bandit.
And I don't understand. And you know why I'm upset? Because I took my time.
Big fella was the first to give us a 50 gift membership bomb.
Okay. Jake, if you went back and saw how much I provided to the show in super chats, I'm sure it's well over $5,000. It has.
No, how is it over $5,000?
Look it up. Look it up.
I don't think I can look it up. I don't know.
I wish you could. One time, so all jokes aside, one time I was like, yo, I spent so much money in super chats on this stupid show. Not literally, but and I started counting and I got to $2,000 and I stopped. I kid you not. I could show you my YouTube.
When was the last time you super chatted? I don't even
anymore because I spent so much money. I got to keep some of my money for my cats. If anybody watched the Bobby Midnight show last night, I was showing off all 4 of my cats.
Wow, you were on the Bobby show? I missed it.
Yeah, I was on the Bobby show for a little bit, just trying to get a couple more votes out there. But hey man, listen, I don't know what else I got to tell you guys. If you guys want the big fella to win over me, then I mean, by all means, I guess it'll be an interesting matchup to see the big fella versus Charles.
You quit the show. I mean,
I never quit.
Here from day one.
I retired, and as you all know, he's back. I'm back. JJ came out of retirement. Yes, I did. I'm back. I came back for the fans. So,
I came back for the fans.
Yeah. I came back for the fans.
Yeah, sure you did.
I did. I came back, the young fans like
I'll tell you what. I
look,
the
older fans like Gary.
Hold on.
all in between. Oh, and speaking of older fans, Peter Castro. So you're voting for the big fella? Okay, Peter, great. Have at it. Mikey Midnight talking about, oh yeah, I want JJ to lose. I want the big fella to win. I'm not touching nothing. I'm not touching nothing. Okay, Mikey, vote for the big fella then. Vote for him. Don't. Matter of fact, don't.
You're going at the Viking Midnight. You're an ass.
Yeah, because how dare he come on the show yesterday talking about, oh, I'm not touching nothing. I want the big fella to win. Bobby Midnight endorsed me. So
I'll tell you what. Here you got Bernard endorsing you, B-Max endorsing you. I don't know if you want that one.
Bernard, that's not B-Mac.
Bernard Nixon, that's B-Mac. Yeah.
Oh, B-Mac. I haven't seen B-Mac in so long. I'm not gonna say anything about B-Mac, but Jets Johnny said that I lost his vote. Nobody swings at Mikey and gets unscathed. So Mikey's allowed to say he's gonna vote for the big fella. I'm not allowed to voice my opinion about it, Jets Johnny.
Big fella writes in, love JJ, but a Jet fan is loyal. You don't retire. I'm putting you back into retirement.
A Jets fan is loyal. Did I retire from being a Jets fan, or did I retire from calling into the Jake Asman show? Let me show you guys something. This is my house right here. I didn't even take this out of the box. My Jets signed helmet. Okay. Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Whitney Johnson. I didn't even take it out of the box. I don't even touch it because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the Jets to give me something. And you're going to tell me I retired from being a Jets fan? Let me show you guys something, right? I go to every game. I tailgate at every game. I don't even have a huge apartment. In my apartment, you see these tables right here? These tables have been more Jets games than Big Fella has. Big Fella, you don't even leave the couch. You don't even leave the bed. You're the one who's retired. Why don't you get up and cheer for your team? No, you can't because you want to lay in bed all day. The big fella, the sassy fella, the bedroom bandit himself. You better stop, big fella, all right?
Well, big fella is coming to the draft party, JJ.
He can come to the draft party. He's going to have to.
You got to make a commitment to come to the draft party.
I'll be at the draft party. I don't know how big fella's going to fit his big-ass fucking mattress into the draft party. The big fella.
I'm excited for this matchup tomorrow now. I mean, there's been a lot of hype building for this one, and tomorrow's the big day. Probably will be around 6 o'clock because I'm doing 4 hours of radio from 1 to 5 tomorrow.
That's perfect time for big fella to be tucked into bed. So I think 6 o'clock is okay. I will say this, I wasn't going to come on here and do all this, but when he came out my ad yesterday, it really hurt my feelings. So this is hurt people. He didn't have to say nothing about my ad. I'm calling in the show overseas. That's how dedicated I am to the show. Even when I'm on vacation, I think about the Jets. That was the whole point of it. I'm walking around Italy wearing Jets gear after the team just sucked. And the Italians are saying, hey, Jets, why you wear that team? It's better teams. Why you wear the New York Jets? And I'm saying, because this is my team. That's what I bleed is green. And he's telling me what was the point of my ad. Like, who? And that's how confident and cocky big fella is. He's not even trying to win anybody's votes. He just thinks that he's just going to get everything handed to him. Well, we'll see tomorrow.
I've given this show so much, even when on vacation. Italia! What more do they want from me?
More calls right here. Ladies and gentlemen, an arch nemesis of the show is on the line. What will he complain about today? We say hello to JJ. Hello, JJ.
I just wanted to call in. So yesterday I went to the game, and right after I had to catch a flight. I'm in the beautiful, can you guess what country this is?
It's a European country. You're in Europe? Italy?
Italia! And I'm wearing my Mets shirt, so let's go Mets and let's go Jets in Italy. All right, guys, peace.
All right, JJ, have a great vacation, man. He's back!
Incredible. This is such a good matchup tomorrow. Big fella writes in, your ad is as trash as your Wi-Fi was. Yeah. The old-fashioned shit talking, baby. Weed the People's next. Hey, Weed.
What's up, Jake?
How are you, Weed?
Not bad. How about you?
Good, Weed.
I had to do it. It was too funny. His joke about fitting his mattress into the thing was that was a solid joke. That was a solid joke.
You can say a lot of things about JJ, but that was funny.
that was solid. I want to say one thing to Gary about the moon landing. How dare you say that there's no evidence that we went to the moon when you literally fucking went there yourself?
There he is.
Part of the Apollo 11 crew, man. He knew what he was doing. He's just out here spreading misinformation.
Gary is the moon landing. People just don't realize.
They don't get it, Jake. They don't get it. How's your day, Jake? How you doing?
Good. Late start. I'm excited to head to the Garden tonight, watching the Knicks hopefully not play like dog crap and beat the worst team in the NBA with some Asmaniacs in the building. We're going to be on the court after the game week. It's going to be wild.
That sounds pretty fucking cool. I would have tried to go, but I'm broke, and I also don't care about basketball at all.
Okay, well, appreciate you letting us know.
I am going to try to make the draft party, though.
What do you mean you're going to try, Weed? I'll tell you what. Just like how like Grubhub is letting you finance payments for your burritos now, I'm going to let you finance your payment plan for the draft party. You could pay me $1 a day to attend, all right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
We will get you there, Weed.
I appreciate that, Jake. You're a good man. I don't care what everybody else says about you.
I know. I have a lot of haters, Weed. It's crazy. Are you excited to go up against Chiefs fan? I think a lot of people are very excited about that matchup.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear his fake hood stories.
You're not buying the Chiefs fans from the hood?
I think he might be from the hood, but I don't believe I don't believe 90% of the shit that comes out of his mouth. I still love him, though. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
No disrespect, Chiefs fan, but you're a fraud.
Strong. I'll tell you what, Weed. Great job out of you today. Your calls were electric.
I do my best, man. Just doing my part.
Ladies and gentlemen, all right, we got an absolute legend on the line. Legend on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, he believes in achievement, damn it.
He thinks that Charles and Bobby need to get a job. This cowboy has to see Asmaniacs complain. What they call him one-punch breaker. You need to get a job. What they call him one-punch breaker. The beast is on his ass. Call him one-punch breaker. Has anyone seen Bean Mac? Call him one-punch breaker. You only need one.
Dave Brigo, what's up, Dave?
Okay. This is not Bobby Midnight calling. I'm fully political, okay? I'm throwing my support fully behind TBF, the big fellow, to pull it out. JJ, you ran away. That will not be forgotten by the men in this chat, and women also. You ran away. Plain point blank. Okay? That's it. My people to back me are faithful people like the big fellow, etc. And I'm putting my support fully behind him. I'm sort of surprised Charles is running off with this thing. I thought Johnny Boy would give him a bigger battle, but I guess Charles got all those gaseous votes. I don't know. It's
he's the 1 seed for a reason, Dave. It ain't easy to beat the top
seed. Oh yeah, he's the 1 seed. But we're coming down to it. We got Lowski. Who else is in that region? Lowski, me. Now Charles it'll be between me and Lowski next.
We got let's see.
Is that it?
We have it will be if you win, Dave, you'll face King Lowski or Aurora.
All right, I got the two nice Mike D's nuts. That's a tough battle because there's nothing bad to say about Mike D's nuts. He's just a great guy, I mean, you don't even know where to go there.
That's tough. But I'll tell you what, Dave.
Yeah, very tough.
I've never seen someone have a momentum like what you have right now. Have you felt the love from the chat? Are you aware of what's happening? The movement behind you?
Hey, I give number one is I give it to the Lord. Number one, as Gary would always say, he loves the Lord, so I love Gary. And I'm done with. I've left the chat up to the Moonwalkers. They're taking care of it now. I got all the guys out there. Gary and me, we're not going to discuss. I left it off. It doesn't have to go any more than that.
He thinks that Gary needs more shots upside his head. This cowboy hates when you don't believe in achievement. Well, they call him one-punch breaker. The moon landing was great. They call him one-punch breaker. His claim is not too dirty. One-punch breaker. Hated jokes, he's like his ass. One-punch breaker. Doesn't know they need one.
These Wild Gator videos. There's something. I don't know where this guy gets his stuff, but he's a creator. You know?
I don't know
he's
either.
A creator. He's wild. But you know what? I give all the guys that back me up, and I appreciate, especially my man, the Beast. Where I guess we become good buddies, but I appreciate the Beast. He's turned that corner. He's turned that corner. If he only has the internet, we need to have good internet to keep up, to keep it going. So I see what I'm just guys, women, ladies, gentlemen, support the big fellow. He's the man, not a guy that runs away and comes back. He ran away. There he is. He ran away. Go play with your cats. You do a good job doing that.
Okay, so you're talking spicy today, Dave Brigger. I think you and Peter Castro should go play a round of golf and try not to throw your hip out. Listen, before you
I don't play golf. That's too slow for me. Maybe you could play golf. I don't play golf, buddy.
Before you come out
I don't play golf. You like golf? Pardon me?
No, I don't like golf. The only reason you believe the
What do you tell me to play golf for? Tell Peter Castro me to play golf. You don't even play golf. So what are you telling us to play golf for?
Because you
go play with your cat.
I do play with my cats. All my cats are right
I love cats.
Okay, what else do you love?
Take care of them.
What else do you love? Oatmeal, porridge. What else do the
I don't eat oatmeal, man. I eat broccoli, raw sausage, you name it. A lot of I eat Italian food. And by the way, your Italian impersonations are disturbing. They're not very good.
Okay, let me hear it. Say something in Italian.
Okay? I'm Italian 100%, so I don't need you trying to imitate us, all right?
You leave it somewhere. You've probably never even been to Italy. You don't even speak Italian.
Hey, my family comes from Seminara, Calabria, Reggio Calabria. I've been there plenty of times. If they took you there, you'd have to be nice to them, or you wouldn't get out of there.
Why not?
You'd have to be nice. You don't know how to be nice. You run away.
Nice.
You run.
I was nice to you.
Big fella's gonna whip your butt, my man. He's gonna whip it good.
I used to look up to you.
He's gonna whip your rear end.
And Peter,
he's gonna whip your rear end.
I speak.
He's gonna whip you.
Like you. But then
he's gonna take you to the cleaners. He's gonna take you out.
Listen.
I love it. Look at him, Cap. Oh,
listen.
That's good.
Can I speak?
Advertise with the little kitty cat.
I used to look up to the elderly like you and Peter Castro, and then you guys.
I'm not elderly, buddy boy. Hey, don't ever call me elderly. You don't even know me.
How old are you?
You have no idea.
How old are you?
You don't have any idea.
How old are you?
I'm 73. How old are you, bum?
Yeah.
How old are you?
28. I hope to be 73. All jokes aside, I hope to be 73.
I hope you get there. I hope you get there. Don't just tell me what age is, okay?
Hold on. Let me just say one thing, Mr. Dave Brigger. I used to look up to you. You were a hero of mine, you and Peter Castro. But then you guys turned on me.
No, we're not a hero because you denigrate us with our age.
Yeah, because you turned on me to vote for the big fella.
I didn't turn on you. Hey, big fella's been here. You ran away. Did you or not? You retired. You didn't retire. You just made a point of it.
Did you
I never retired. I'm an achiever. Hey, I look for achievement. You heard it.
Do you still work?
I work. Yes, I have a business. I work. I do. I do what I have to do.
Okay.
Well, I never stop.
Keep doing what you have to do.
I never stop. Hey, I've been a Jets fan since '65. How old are you? You've been around. I give you props. You're a good fan.
No, don't call me. You voted for the big fella, so stay on that side of the fence. You insulted me multiple times when B-Mac decided he wanted to be my brother. I tried to forgive you for that, but now here
hey, there's no forgive me. Hey, that was your bro, not mine.
Hey,
you took sides with him.
You came at me.
I did not come after you. You took sides with him. Hey, what am I supposed to do? You took sides with him. I can't be a hypocrite, my man.
I still said I love Dave Brigger, and here
I
comes
love
Dave
you.
Brigger.
Hey. But you know what? Comes down, you took off when you flew the coop. You can't deny that, JJ. JJ, where'd you go? You retired. Now you're back. Things became popular. Things became popular for you, so you edged your way back in.
Popular. I made them popular. I've been calling into the show for years. You guys act like you guys are the newbies. Where'd you guys
I'm not a newbie. I've been here. Hey, I just make few calls. I don't have a lot. When I have things to say, I talk. That's all.
Dave Brigger, you're going on a Dave run, but you crossed me. All right.
I didn't cross you. I got to support my man, the big fellow. Hey,
how's he?
He never left. He never left.
How? He never left.
He never left.
He he never left because he's glued to that bed. Where could he go? He can't get up.
That's not him in it. That's just a background. That's background,
No,
JJ. That's all.
him on his
Background.
bed, laid out with his feet up in the air. Okay, That's what he
JJ,
does.
come
Where
on.
would
He did good. He
Where
did.
would he
It's
go?
not. He's not like that.
Listen,
You
listen,
know
Dave.
that.
Listen, Dave. Though all jokes aside, it's all jokes. I still love you. I still look up. To
I love you too, my man. You're a good guy.
Peter Castro.
But you know what, JJ?
I'm
In
being
reality,
salty because my two heroes, Peter Castro and Dave Brigger, turned on me.
well, I didn't turn on you, JJ. I just said we
Mikey
have to go.
Midnight turned on me. Dave Brigger turned on me. Peter Castro turned on me. So now I have to be salty, and now I have to insult you guys because hurt people.
It's okay. You can insult me. I appreciate.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? You get to pick the ones who make the show rock. Who's the king? Who's the Jew?
This is what this tournament's all about, man. I mean, JJ taking on all challengers, going up and in on the big fella, Mikey Midnight. Everyone's catching strays. Briga endorsing the big fella. Does that move the voters to go with TBF? That's the question. What a battle. The Maestro says, I call him Chef Briga because he'll cook anyone. I mean, what a call from Briga. This tournament is unbelievable. What would we be talking about with the Jets if we didn't have Asmaniac Madness? They've signed a bunch of nobodies. We'd have nothing. We can only talk about Gorman wiping his ass for so many days. But guess what? One of those days, it happens to be right now.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Glowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, child! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, child!
Hello, everybody. I guess I'm not as popular as I thought because Snowball turned on me, even though we met in person last year.
Well, to be fair, Charles, Johnny Boy is his co-host on the show they do together.
I know, I'm just joking.
You're dominating,
As for
Charles.
JJ,
You're
what?
dominating. I mean, you're still winning. You're up 58-42.
There's still a chance you could come back. Anyways,
Well, make your pitch right
I gotta
now.
get
Why
sent a
should people
message
vote
to
for you?
JJ.
Okay, go
The
ahead.
stuff you were saying today, Brigger, was kind of disrespectful. You were going to have my vote, but the way you were disrespecting his age kind of, I'm not going to lie, pissed me off a bit. Look, Dave Brigger's a nice man. And I'm sorry, Weed, for I voted against you. I learned better next time.
Okay.
We all make mistakes, Weed. We all make mistakes.
Let me tell you something, Charles, okay? It's all jokes. It's not serious. Dave is not offended that I made fun of his age. I'm not an ageist. I hope to be 73 one day. All right, so relax.
73. Wow, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I know. He's an elderly man. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with elderly. It's all jokes. He's my hero. Peter Castro is my hero. I looked up to them. They both turned on me. So that's all it is. It's all jokes. You don't have to get on your high horse and say, oh my God, Jake hates older people. I don't hate older people. I love older people. I hope to marry an older person one day. Okay? So
you, I wouldn't depend. Well, for me, I wouldn't mind dating an older person, but it depends how old because
what I'm saying.
I don't want to be like, Mom, this guy got mommy issues and grandmama. I don't want to be like Bill Belichick where he dates, where I date a much older woman that's old enough to be my grandmama, you know?
yeah, I agree. You know, I like the Cougars. I like them a little bit older. I was just hurt that, you know, my hero Dave Brigger and my other hero Peter Castro.
I disrespected Jet fans with the take that I said my favorite quarterback wide receiver combo was Brady and Welker. How's that disrespecting Jet fans? You know, you guys are acting like I'm traitorous to my fan base. You're acting like, you know, if you can't put your bias aside and look, I hate the Patriots, but you got to respect greatness. Excuse me.
All right, Nick Shine is here. Nick, where do things stand with Operation Get Gorman to the Draft Party?
I have a question. I thought of this. Charles, when are you moving into your own apartment?
I don't know yet. Sometime later this month or early April.
All right, so if you're you're living on your own. Do I need to go ask your parents permission for you to come out with us? Can't you just come on your own if you're living on your own?
Well, I'm still living with my parents right now.
Yeah, but the draft is April 24th, 25th. You'll be on your own by then, right? If you're on your own, you just leave and come out with us.
I know, but my parents, I'm doing respect to my parents. I know I'll be living out on my own soon.
All right.
I know it's in April. I still got to respect my parents at this point.
All right, then I'll be there tomorrow morning.
I think it's at 12 noon.
That's morning for me on a weekend, Charles.
That's true. Yeah, you work long hours. How you doing there,
me
big guy?
11:45. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I'll text you when I leave the house. I'll be there. I promise you. I know you get very impatient.
Well, I'm just worried about you. That's worried about your health. I'm worried because you got some crazy son of bitches out there driving.
Those crazy son of the bitches who root for the Jets and to say that Brady and Welker are their favorite combination of all time. But we navigate through these waters, Charles. That's what life's all about.
Oh, gee, that's taking a shot at me. Thank you. One of my favorite combinations.
Charles, who's your favorite Marvel hero?
Spider-Man. Why?
Who's his biggest enemy?
Comes down to the Green Goblin.
Would you wear a Green Goblin shirt, Charles?
Probably not, but
There
who
you
knows?
go. So if somebody came on and said, I really respect Green Goblin for the way he approaches things, you got to respect them, you're going to lose your mind on your show about how much you love Spider-Man. So maybe you can
I wouldn't lose my mind. He's an
and see
rival.
why people are upset.
Hey, Charles, what happened to your whiskers?
I still got them right here.
It looks like you shaved.
No, I still got my whiskers.
Jersey Jet is speculating that you're moving to a halfway house. Is this true?
No, I'm moving to an apartment.
Rick Kent wants Nick Shine to bring some pastries. Don't arrive empty-handed.
Listen, I'm taking him to a draft party. I'm not trying to sleep with him. I'm not going that far.
Oh my!
No. His parents need the pastries. His parents need the pastries.
I'm taking him to a draft party. I'm not courting him.
You're courting the Gormans.
I'm not going to ask him to prom.
Snowball wants to know what's for lunch.
Jake, that's what I'm going to do, Jake.
I just, it's funny. I woke up at 12. I had a brunch. I like brunch. I don't know, man. It's like 3:33 right now. I don't know.
Did you not have lunch yet?
I had somewhat of a very late breakfast.
Did I pay for that too?
No, I had a waffle.
Oh, from home or you went out somewhere?
Eggo waffle.
Oh, let go of my ego.
Jake, don't mind my Venmo request for $30 for pastries, okay?
Yeah, of course. Once again, I'm going to be broke from this party just to get Gorman there.
Oh, good stuff.
Did you have just one single waffle, Charles?
Yes, I had one waffle. I don't need a whole pack in one sitting.
You just one, but the waffles aren't that big. If it's an Eggo waffle, they're like this big.
So what? I held them for me for breakfast.
What'd you put on the waffle? Anything?
Syrup.
And
I have a glass of milk.
That was filling?
Yeah, it was. Sometimes I have two waffles.
Well, that's what we're asking. Did you have two today?
No, I had one.
I see. Well, next time you have breakfast, post a picture in the Discord. People are dying to see it.
I will. Thank you.
Absolutely. Matthew doesn't think that you only had one. He thinks you destroyed the entire box.
Well, that's Matthew. Matthew's a unique individual, for a guy who has a weird, a crazy obsession over Cam Ward. He thinks he's the greatest prospect of all time. He thinks Cam Ward created the freaking universe. He thinks Cam Ward could destroy Myles Garrett one-on-one like an offensive lineman.
But he doesn't think that Brady and Welker was the greatest pass catcher combo ever. So
I never said they were the greatest. They were one of my favorites because you watch football to see.
You better watch your tone with me, Charles. I'll leave you on the train.
And you won't get pastries.
Yes, Dad. I know that. Anyway.
Keep that tone. I like it.
Look.
Jack writes in, Charles, do you like waffles or pancakes better?
Oh God. Waffles or pancakes? I love waffles, but I love pancakes more.
Sausage or bacon?
Been a fan. I say sausage. Not really a big bacon person.
There's layers to this. Sausage links or sausage patties?
I say sausage patties,
Interesting.
but sausage links aren't too bad.
All right. And final question: Tom Brady or Chad Pennington?
I only saw Chad Pennington play a couple of years, so I'll take Chad Pennington.
There you go.
Brigham State writes in, we will fix Charles, drive him here. We teach achievement. Would you attend Brigham State?
If I want to, yes.
Well, that's what we're asking. Will you?
Maybe.
Mike with a great question. Do you prefer MILFs or women the same age?
Do I prefer moms I like to have sex with or women my same age? Both.
It's a good answer. David writes in, chocolate or maple syrup?
I love chocolate and I love maple syrup, so both.
Have you ever, you know what, I'm not even going to ask that one.
Have you ever combined the women and the chocolate syrup? I know where you're going.
That was one of my fantasies when I was a teenager.
Oh, really?
Charles, we'll get you hooked up on draft night, I promise.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Knobcraft loves chocolate on him, so we'll do that on the train for you.
Oh, God, no. I'm not going to put chocolate on knob. I feel bad. Oh,
No,
God.
he does it himself. You don't even have to put it on.
Charles,
oh, God.
Chef Kevin wants to hear more about your fantasy.
Well, I remember the scene in Varsity Blues where the woman put whipped cream on her breast and her crotch area?
No, Charles, she was
I
a
added
teenager.
some chocolate syrup to it.
She's a teenager, Charles. I don't watch things like that. It's inappropriate.
Hey, Charles, you ever done a belly button shot off a lady?
A belly button shot? No, I have not.
You never went on spring break back during your college days?
I went on spring break, but I didn't party. I never partied there when I was in college.
You never went streaking through the quad?
No, God. I never went streaking. I never did it. I never drank when I was in college. I didn't turn 21 until like my senior year.
You never had a fake ID, Charles, to get into the bars?
No, I'm not McLovin, okay? This ain't super bad.
I had a fake ID when I was in high school.
Good to know, Jake. Good to know.
Yeah. My brother wants you.
Charles Gorman.
The perfect woman.
Yeah.
Well, the perfect woman for me is a woman who is patient, understanding, loving, caring, respectful, beautiful on the outside as she is on the inside.
Now let me ask you this.
All right. That was cute and all, but what kind of measurements are you expecting?
Quadruple D's. Nah, I don't know, man.
There you go.
Oh. Gotta have a great sense of humor too, right, Charles?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Charles. I know you were maybe expecting a more dominant outing today, but 58-42 is still no joke. It is the round of 32. And Jim Balvado said it best about Asmaniac Madness back in the 80s. Survive and advance. That's it.
All right. Good to know.
All right. Well, Nick Shine, you have a great day at work, all right?
Yeah. We got one more high school rec game left. Hey, I had a pretty cool idea. Do you mind if I plug it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So there's two things that Jets fans are: opinionated and hate-filled. And what I'm going to do on my channel is we are going to put together a list of the most hated Jets in history, players, coaches, general managers, even owners. And we are going to do a voting style tournament. We're going to randomize the wheel, pick our competition or the bracket itself, and we are going to find out who are the most hated Jets in history. Starts tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
Kyle Wilson, Hassan Reddick,
They're on
Jermaine
there.
Johnson,
We
Adam
have
Gase.
a list of 74 names right now.
Oh, yeah.
We got
I
to
have some
narrow it
names.
down. Keith Byers for fumbling. O'Brien, John Idzik, Mike McCagnon, Adam Gase is there. Woody Johnson is on the list. Brick Johnson got nominated. So we're going to have we have a lot. Neil O'Donnell, Michael Vick, like Michael Clemens, there, Wayne
Why
Hunter.
Michael Vick? He wasn't bad with the Jets.
You obviously don't understand some people, Charles.
Oh.
That hatred for Vic will never die. You were too
That's
busy
true.
watching Brady drooling all over yourself at that time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the number 1 overall seed and his chaperone to our draft night party. Give it up to Charles Gorman and the Nick Shine.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
St. John's 10-2 run, last 2 minutes. We tied this bad boy up. All right, a few more calls and then we're done. I want to watch the game, and I'm hanging out with Asmaniacs. Indy Jets super chatted. Will Charles autograph my 4-pack of Angel Soft? Yes. Charles has agreed to sign all autographs. Whether he does it or not, I will make sure it happens. You have my word. Paul and then Matthias will close us out today. What's up, Paul Faz?
How's it going? Better add Kotite to that list of Jet hates.
100%. Kotate's got to be on there. Reddick needs to, if we're just doing recent Jets too, like Reddick needs to be there. Clemens needs to be on. Honestly, you could put most of the 2024 Jets on there.
Absolutely. And I don't know how long you've been doing the Liquid IV or.
I've been using Liquid IV for years. They have been a sponsor on and off for the last year.
That's funny. I picked it a couple times. Here's my 2 flavors.
I love it.
Yeah, the watermelon and the grape. I get all the time, especially now. Cleaning my bike up. I like the extra energy. You got the nice size pack. I get it right from Walgreens or whatever, so it's easier. But you order it, right?
Love it. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Use my promo code, Paul. You'll save 20%.
All right, definitely going to do that because it is not the cheapest, especially at Walmart. Just want to say, Gary. Listen, Gary.
Oh, God.
I love your spirit. I do. Last year was a completely different scenario. We had an aging quarterback. We needed to focus on solidifying our offensive line, and that's what we did. This year, it's different. Right now, I would rather have a solid tight end that could block, something we have not had in a long time, and then go with an O-lineman, because my opinion is it's a lot harder to get a really good tight end than it is to plug and play an O-lineman, and you need a damn good tight end to block for a lot of your schemes as well. So there's my number 7 pick, and I'm sticking with the tight end. I think it's a no-brainer based off of what we need and best player available at that number, and that to me is him. What's your thoughts?
I'm Paul. I'm right there with you, man. I want him. He fits. I think there's other scenarios where maybe they trade back and take a different player, but if he's there at 7 and they took him, I'm in. I mean, they have no weapons right now. This guy helps you in the ground game, and I think he could do a lot for this team. I really think he could do a lot. All right, Matthias is next. What's up, Matthias? I'll see you tonight at the game.
Yeah, what's going on, Jake? How's it going?
Ready to go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. We're representing Nova York right here.
Too bad Brunson's hurt.
I know. I'm wearing the jersey, the Villanova Brunson jersey, so I don't care. Hopefully, I already got a couple of compliments as I was hitting my way over. But no, I just want to say, I'm over being hurt about not getting Mike Vrabel and saying Allen is right. I'm sick of that shit. You know, you were right originally. So I'm going to be confident and hopeful. I mean, not confident, but I'm going to take the same approach as you and be hopeful that Aaron Glenn can prove, me wrong in terms of expectations, because I'm really not that confident. I've been broken after this season. This season kind of just absolutely destroyed me. And the year after and the year before that. So I'm just taking it, very, very cautiously about what's going to go down. But I really am looking forward to trying to draft a tight end. I want Warren. I really want a playmaking tight end. It's been way too long. I think the last time we've had an actual productive tight end was Dustin Keller back in 2010.
Yeah, Austin Safarian Jenkins for a year. If I remember him.
Yeah, I can't believe that. So I want Warren. I will also not be sad if we get Membu. I'll take Membu as well. You know, you can't go wrong with adding more depth to the offensive line, just because I feel like we need depth all over the place. So, anyways, looking forward to the game tonight. Hopefully we get a win based off those disastrous performances that we watched these two games. So I'm excited to meet you guys and some of the Asmaniacs, and let's go. And let's go Islanders too. You know, only what, 2 games out?
Two points out. Yeah, they're playing.
Yep.
They're playing it in 15 minutes. So I'll have that game on as I watch the Johnnies here.
All right, let's go Giants, Islanders, and let's go Knicks, baby. Let's go.
Matthias, we'll see you in a few hours. Let's go. All right. That was going to be the last call, but you know what? We have a super chat, 2 of them that I need to get to, and then we'll get to one final call. Very important call. Butterscotch. If we had to rank it, we pick at 7 between Warren, McMillan, Membu if he's there, Graham. Membu 1, Warren 2, Graham 3, McMillan 4. If I had to rank what I think the Jets ranking will be. My personal rankings in this scenario, Warren 1, Membu 2, McMillan 3, Graham 4. I like Mason Graham. They need weapons, man. They have no weapons besides Garrett right now. We're going to be complaining about the lack of weapons all year if they don't do something. So I'm trying to prevent that. And it's a good defensive tackle class. So while Mason Graham's awesome and he's going to be a good player, they could get a good tackle at 42. There's no guarantee they're going to get a legit tight end or offensive tackle that could be plug and play in that spot. Thomas says, don't be surprised if Quincy's traded draft day. I guess it could happen. I'm not counting on it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have time for one last call. They're calling this the concession speech as part of the Asmaniac Madness campaign. He fought hard. He won a round by 1 vote. At one point, he led the number 1 overall seed. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to the number 9 seed in the Chicken Soup region, Johnny Boy, who joins us now. Hello, Johnny Boy.
What's going on, Jake? Hey, look, man. I'm currently out with the family. I'm getting my daughter. She's 9 months now. You know her, Addison. She was actually, you were in the delivery room when that occurred.
Yes.
Right? So I don't think Charles was able to put any kind of content to like that, right? But she's getting her ears pierced. That's why I really couldn't call in the beginning. But I have to say this. You still got some time. Guys, go in there, vote. My man, you asked him about the whole Patriots thing. He didn't deny it. He still said yes. I love them. That's my tandem. That's my squad, my team.
He didn't say that.
Talking about right now, guys.
He didn't say that.
We had the whole stripper incident. He didn't deny it. He didn't say nothing. He fools people by telling them, I want a lady that's nice and all that. You saw that lady is scarred. What are we doing over here? Anyways, first and foremost, I want to say I appreciate everybody. I thank you, but I'm still going to be here. I'm still rocking with Jake. I mean, when Jake put out the whole, Hugo House stuff out there, it's one of the first cats to copy it.
My
Jake
man.
Asmaniac stuff came out. I copped it. When the baby merch in the Jake Asman show came out, my daughter was one of the first ones to rock that. Gio was there. A big shout out to the whole campaign team. I mean, going from my issue, the little boss, Clancy, to our guy, your guy, Mr. E Boogie, Infrared _ Jets podcast. Go peep him out. Go check him out. My man does incredible work. You saw the campaign videos, all right? And continue to keep being out here. I mean, we got Jay, 3 Sibs, him over there doing, Rick Kent, our lawyer, your favorite lawyer. Look, at the end of the day, it's still Jets, Jets. Come over here, holla at Jake. And another thing too, man, we saw what Nick Shine is doing over here. Nick Shine's, he's repping too. All of us, man, all the content creators that are out there and stuff. Started off with this. I mean, look, Rich, you might be right in regards to that, but the only farts that I respect are queefs. So ask that guy about that. You know what I mean? Let's see if he knows in regards to that. He ain't trying to throw no shade or nothing like that, but it is what it is. At the end
Johnny
of the
Boy,
day,
you're a class act, man. You fought hard. You ran a great campaign, and the Asmaniacs will remember your battle for all of eternity.
it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I bleed green, and I would never say anything nice about no Brady, Gronk, or Welker. At the end of the day, I hope they never become a Hall of Famer. I hope they don't put another Patriot up there ever again. It's the Jets. We're taking it all the way. We're winning. I don't care what anybody says, man. It's Jets Nation till we die. Jake, you the man. Jets, Jets. Let's
Ladies and
go.
gentlemen, give it up for Johnny Boy.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? Yes, Maniac Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show walk. Who will take average?
Great comment from Tommy. Johnny Boy could have shit his pants live on air. That would have won. I can't even get through that comment, Tom. Tom, I wish you were joining us at the Knicks game tonight, man. All right. That's going to do it, though. That's a fun show. Epic show. It started off with the Warren stuff. Mimosa giving us a 50 burger. Unbelievable. Thank you to everyone who supports this channel. Wouldn't be able to do this year-round if it wasn't for everyone who tunes in daily. Super chats, memberships, Patreon, supports the sponsors, merch store, all of it. It all helps. So thank you all for that. We're back tomorrow. I'm going to likely do the show around 6 Eastern tomorrow because I'm on Sirius XM's Mad Dog Radio from 1 to 5. So call in, talking sports. We'll talk some draft tomorrow on that show, college hoops, March Madness. Hopefully St. John's could play a good second half here. They've regained the lead. They're up 4. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Let's hope they can get it done. Go Johnnies. They should get it done. But they call it March Madness for a reason. Anyway, if you're going to the Knick game tonight with us, looking forward to seeing all of you soon. Again, thanks to everyone who supports this channel. We couldn't do it without you. JETS, Jets. Reminder, at the buzzer, get your draft ticket, baby. Spots are limited, and it will sell out. So go quick if you want a guaranteed spot at the party on April 24th. Go Jets. Enjoy your Saturday. Go St. John's. I forgot to end the poll. We're back. We're not done. It's still going. I didn't officially declare a winner, but I am officially declaring a winner. I'm ending the poll because guess what? We do have a winner. And the winner is, well, what we've been talking about. Now it's just official here. The winner of the matchup is Charles Gorman, the number 1 seed. He's defeated Johnny Boy. The final score is 57-42, 508 votes cast. So Gorman is the first. That's a bad job I made. I almost forgot to end the poll. Gorman is the first Asmaniac to advance to the Sweet 16. Round of 32 play continues tomorrow on the show. All right. Now we're actually done for real this time. Again, thank you all. Thanks to everyone who called in. Thanks to everyone who makes this show special. Get your ticket to the draft party. That point still remains the same. And I will talk to you guys soon. JETS, Jets.
Hey, Jameis, would you come to the Jets? They might need a quarterback. Yeah. JETS, Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, our exclusive interview with now friend of the show, Jameis Winston.